Hello, Cubs. As some of you may know, Earth Week was this last Sunday, and we decided to find ways Loyola can contribute to helping better the environment. While it has not been advertised too much, Loyola has already taken significant measures to reduce our consumption and waste. Led by Mr. McDermott, the school has incorporated automatic sinks, water refill stations, efficient flush toilets, and is currently at about 50% drip irrigation. However, despite making significant efforts in recycling, the school has struggled to make recycling efficient and economical. Now, why is recycling so important? Take a plastic bottle of water as an example. After you finish drinking a bottle of water, it can end up in three places: a landfill, the ocean, or in a recycling plant. We don't want it in the ocean, and why put it in a landfill when there's a much better option to recycle? Consider this fact. Manufacturing products from scratch creates anywhere from 50 to 90% more pollution than using recycled materials. Thus, recycling is our best tool to help the environment, reduce the carbon footprint of manufacturing, and prevent waste from going into the ocean. So it's extremely important that we participate. As you may remember from one of the morning facts, the U.S. only recycles 20% of its waste. And for each extra percentage we recycle, it is equivalent to taking 1 million cars off the road. But it becomes difficult to recycle when across the country, recycling standards vary and are often very unclear. It is so confusing that people understandably become apathetic about recycling efforts and do not want to participate because they don't even know what to put in each bin. This has resulted in the recycling process becoming uneconomical as recycling centers end up with spoiled batches that they have to dump into landfills. In California alone, 450 recycling plants have been forced to shut down over the past 18 months because the batches of recycled items they received are contaminated by things that don't belong. So it's our major goal this Earth Week to help students understand what goes into each bin. This way, we can contribute to the nationwide effort to reverse the downward spiral of the recycling industry. Now let's take a look at some of the bins around campus to see how we've been doing.
Hi, I'm Timothy Riley.
And I'm Will Smith.
And we're here at the recycling bins on a Monday after lunch just to go through and see how we've been doing. Alright, so starting with the paper bin, these are just out. So far we've got a piece of paper. This is perfectly okay to go inside here. But we found a wrapper, and any wrapper you find, you want to make sure it goes straight in the trash. And also any tissues or paper towels are going in the trash as well. So let's move over to the recycling bin.
Well, the recycling bin, as we can see here, has some paper in it, and that's a no-go. We want to put that in the trash. Any plastic bottles or anything like that should go in the recycling bin, however.
Also, candy wrappers, any wrappers you get at Z's, make sure they go in the trash. And any plastic bottle, as long as you see recycling label 1 through 7, or if it's just a plastic bottle, it's okay to go inside the recycling bin. And now let's move over to what we have in the trash. Alright, so it looks like we've got mostly what's right. All the chip bags are in here. Chip bags are good. But one thing that people don't often think of as being recyclable is plastic bags. Plastic bags are okay to recycle, so we're going to put that in the recycling bin. Also, plastic silverware is okay to recycle. So when you get finished using your silverware, make sure to put it in the recycling bin. And here we have another bottle too that should be in the recycling bin.
One more bottle down here. Right, naked bottles as well.
Yeah, and let's see, what else? And we got some more silverware.
Yeah.
And another thing that can be recycled is aluminum foil. Even if it has grease or any food on it, it can still go in the recycling bin. So make sure you put all your aluminum and wrapping in the recycling bin. And now, one big point I want to stress is that we do not want any paper, any tissues, any towels, any paper that has food waste on it or oils in the paper bin, because we don't want to contaminate the batches of paper that go through to be recycled and reused. That is one of the key problems that they have at recycling plants that causes them to throw away the paper and into the landfill. Alright. Well, it doesn't look like we've done too bad of a job, actually, and I'm sure this video will help people understand what goes in each bin.
We'd like to thank you, Loyola students, for participating. It's awesome to see that our campus is becoming more green and sustainable, and hopefully this can carry on into the rest of the school year and the future. So stay green.
Now that we've taken a look at some of the bins, let's talk about what should actually go in each bin. For the blue bin, most people understand that you can put in plastic, glass, and aluminum beverage containers, but let's go through some of the less obvious items. Styrofoam cups and containers, plastic silverware, Ziploc bags, plastic yogurt or pudding tubes, and foil trays all can go in blue recycling bins. For the paper bins, old notes, tests, newspapers, post-it notes, magazines, envelopes, and cardboard are all okay. And don't worry if paper has writing or ink on it, because recycling centers have a process to remove the ink and writing from the paper. That brings us to the trash. Anything that doesn't belong in the paper bins or blue bins belongs in the trash bins. Some examples are food scraps, paper towels, napkins, chip bags, candy wrappers, coffee cups, and paper or cardboard items with food stains or grease. Any containers with wax linings on the inside, like the small cereal boxes they sell at Z's, cannot be recycled since the inside linings can't be removed, so please throw them away. Unfortunately, I'm sad to say this also means that muscle milk containers cannot be recycled. In addition to the blue bins and the white paper bins, at each of the 3 drop-off locations we've added 2 additional white bins for Earth Week. One is for you to drop off old phones and computers, and the other is for recycling old tennis shoes. Old phones and computers contain metals that are often illegally mined in the rhino habitats in Africa. So recycling these devices is critical to preserving this critically endangered species. The old tennis shoes will be recycled through the Nike Grind program, which converts the soles into new tracks and playgrounds for schools. These extra bins will be out for about 3 weeks to give you plenty of time to bring these items in. Apart from these recycling initiatives, in the near future, Loyola will consider additional conservation efforts, including the use of biodegradable silverware, composting with private companies within LA, and making further improvements to our water usage. Thanks for taking the time to listen, and remember to go green and recycle.